Mario Party, I do want to take a closer look at this game. So I'm just gonna back it up before Kamek comes fully into view. So this looks like the hub world, I would guess. Um, you probably start on the star-shaped island, I would guess, and then from there you can go over to these other islands. Um, looks like this might be a shop over here. Also, you can see some other islands off in the distance, but I doubt that means anything. Um, this or this, I'm going to guess are maybe minigame, like free play areas.
The latest game in the Mario Party series takes place.
Okay, so they travel by balloon. You can kind of see better idea of like the different buildings. Okay, so this is actually options, as you can tell from the gear. This looks like it might be a sound test because of like the jukebox.
On an enormous...
What else do we have here? Okay, this will probably be the shop. So the mushrooms and stuff. These are boards. We saw the Wiggler on a board, as well as the Goomba. The Goomba Mountain or whatever.
Island Resort.
Um,
Ready to jump into...
okay. I was going to say that these guys are playable, but I don't think so. I think that's just like NPCs like doing their thing. Alright, so here's the playable characters. Waluigi, Daisy, Toadette, Luigi, Birdo, Mario, Donkey Kong, Toad, Princess Peach, Yoshi, Wario, and Rosalina. And as for Bowser's side, I suppose, looks like you'll be able to play as Spike, Koopa Troopa, Bowser Jr., Goomba, Shy Guy, Boo, and Monty Mole. I do not see Dry Bones, however, that doesn't mean that you wouldn't find him maybe as a playable character. He might just be unlockable and they're saving that. Also, it's weird that you see Bowser there. I don't think he's playable.
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
That might be the start screen, actually, now that I think about that. Like maybe when you're first loading in. Alright, so this is Mario's Cloud Top Cruise or whatever from the original Mario Party. You have happening spaces. You can see Bowser up here. You can see Toad. If you don't know how this board works, Toad and Bowser swap positions each time you buy a star or get a star from Bowser.
Some of the new boards where you'll compete to collect the most stars.
This is a new board. You got the shopping mall experience here. And looks like it might have 3 levels. 1 to 3. And you'll move 2 different layers by taking these escalators.
Escalators to travel between floors in Rainbow Galleria.
Yeah, so there's a better view of the map. So looks like there's also an elevator, which is interesting. So the blue ones take you down, as indicated by the down arrow, and the red little escalators take you up. This looks like a Bowser space. There's a happening space over here. Overall, I really like the design of this board. Um,
Use in-game coins to get a star at half price when they're on flash sale.
you can see the Goomba Mountain in the background here.
But act fast. Right.
Also, we didn't see Ninji in the character showcase, I suppose, which means that there are unlockable characters. Also, it's interesting that Shy Guys are on the board like this, which means that these might actually be playable characters.
Head around and stay on track in Roll'em Raceway.
Okay, so you have regular Toad, Bowser Jr., Daisy, Waluigi. Not sure how exactly the dice blocks work. I mean items. Oh, never mind. I see 3 spots, so looks like you can hold a maximum of 3 items. Um, home stretch and minigame. I have no idea what that means. Home stretch is usually like last 5 turns. And minigame, of course. Maybe this is referring to dual minigames?
With the new Turbo Dice item.
Also, you can move 40 spaces, so I'm expecting that this map will be fairly large. Also, these exclamation marks, coupled with this, means that these things are going to spring you around the board. Also, I do like the music on this track.
You can move up to 40
Versus spots return from Mario Party Superstars.
spaces with a lucky roll.
Okay, so that one. Hold on, let me just go back a minute. So as you can see over here, there was a green circle surrounding this blue space. So those springs will probably spring you over here. And these green spaces could be like dotted around the board, but they indicate where you land, I believe. Goomba Lagoon looks very fun. Almost reminiscent of Mario Party 5. Pirate Dream, I believe it was. You can see where the players start. They start down here. And again, looks like there are... Oh. Okay, so you probably go clockwise on this island, and then you can choose if you want to keep going up here or around this way. Also, you can see another arrow, so that's how you... If you want to backtrack, you can do that. Also, these zipline things are scattered around the board. They just take you to different parts of the island. This might be an item shop over here, along with this one over here. And you see another one over here.
Here on Goomba Lagoon, the ebb and flow of the tide can change.
And there we are. The ebb and flow of the tide. So that'll force you to take different paths. I'm expecting it'll be probably controlled through happening spaces. And maybe every second turn. Kind of like how Horrorland works.
Your path. And things really get mixed up when the volcano blows its top. Along with 5
Okay, so here we have the names. We have Mega Wiggler's Tree Party. And yes, those are spaces on top of the Wiggler. My eyes were not playing tricks on me. King Bowser's Keep. Probably final level of the game. Roll'em Raceway. Here you can see a better layout of how the board works. Also, you can see where the Toad was earlier. Also, looks like this is a pit stop area, so we might be having more spaces over here. Actually, no, that is definitely the case. Because if you look at the number of spaces over here compared to the number of spaces over here, that's usually how pit stops work. I don't know what exactly this will give you if you stop up here. Maybe it'll give you like those turbo mushrooms or whatever as a little incentive to take the longer route. Goomba Lagoon we saw earlier, and Rainbow Galleria looks about the same.
New game boards, 2 boards from
Mario Party 1 we saw earlier as well, and Mario Party 2 looks pretty good. You can see the milk place over here. Looks like it's still run by Wiggler. And it looks like Shy Guy is the conductor now rather than the train itself. I always like Western Land.
Mario Party game.
Here you can see the zoomed out board. Mario's Rainbow Castle, thank you. Looks very faithful to the original. You probably start down here somewhere, like you did in the original game. And again, you have the branching paths. Over here might be the items. No, this is the items shop over here.
Make their return. Some mini games are
Here's a look at one of the mini games. Almost reminds me of the one where you ran around. In Mario Party 6, I believe that was. Obstacle course. Except it looks more action based. Because these things will push you into these these zap orbs, I suppose. But you don't want to go too far or get shocked by these poles.
action-packed challenges. Speed
Another little race mini game. Always like race mini games. They're fun.
trials, a battle of
This one I have no idea. It almost feels like a co-op mini game, but that can't be right. Kind of confused about that.
and more. And some are controlled
And more motion-based mini games. It'll be interesting to see if this is like a different mode or if you can turn this off if you want to play with the Pro controller. Or are they just going to handle it like you swing the Pro controller down as if you're hammering, just replacing the Joy-Con?
by gently shaking or tilt.
I like this this golf mini game. It's very cool. Almost reminds me of the Tipsy Tourney in a way.
Your Joy-Con controllers. With over
This is a dual mini game because you only see Bowser versus Donkey Kong here. Also, actually no, this is a 2 versus 2 because I missed. You see a little bit of Koopa Troopa over here, and you see Boo over here. Also, it looks like Bowser will be playable. I have no idea how that's going to work with Bowser minigames, but we'll find out when this game comes out.
110 minigames. There's a wide variety
110 minigames, that's a pretty fair count. Also, this reminds me of Bowled Over, I believe it was. Except this time, the single player is coming towards the camera rather than going away from the camera.
to enjoy.
It'll be interesting to see how many of those bullet bills the single player gets.
Up to 20 players can go head to
So this looks like just a round board, very straightforward. You can have 20 players in this mode. It looks pretty good.
In the Coupe,
Another mini game over here. Looks like you're just collecting coins. Maybe you have to make it to... Actually, no, you are collecting coins because of what you see up here. Um, and then you also see more of the board for this particular mode over here.
Teflon mode. Compete.
Um, again, you're collecting more coins over here. Maybe you have to drop Yoshis on like question marks blocks and brick blocks.
Against your rivals and aim for first place.
Actually push them. So maybe you have to time your like button presses so that you try and get the most blocks falling off of this thing.
For first place.
There's a nice overview map of the level. Yeah, no junctions. I doubt there will be any items in this mode, but that's okay.
Try your best to come out on.
There's a Bowser minigame. I have no idea how this is going to work. Notice you do not see Bowser as a playable character in this minigame.
Top. Wait.
Also, this looks like Dungeon Dash, I believe it was, from Mario Party 2. Actually, this is a separate mode. Because he talks about different modes, and yeah, this is it. This one looks interesting. Looks like you'll be using like 2 Joy-Cons.
Two modes? The biggest Mario Party
Rhythm game. Kaiju Bowser fight.
underway.
And you have to like get...
Mario Party Jamboree game launches on the Nintendo.
And the release date, October 17th. Looks like a lot of fun.
October 17th.
So I'll probably be picking this up day 1. And I agree, we should all play it around Halloween.